Hey guys, I'm back. I hope you guys enjoyed the kind of prize video for the 15,000 sub giveaway. I've been reading all of your comments. Looks like you guys are happy with what I've selected, and of course, if there are any other suggestions for what you want to see in that little prize pool, feel free to let me know. Just me and the boys hanging out on a very rainy Saturday afternoon here in Florida, so I figured another time for a good indoor video. One of the things that I've been on the lookout for lately, ever since I really discovered the plight of our poor, oppressed brothers and sisters living in the UK and other parts of Europe, like the Netherlands, I just learned especially, their knife laws are, I get that they have their knife laws that are ridiculous. I don't know why they're so ridiculous, but it is so incredibly tough for them to find a decent EDC knife because of their oppressively ridiculous knife laws. So, I've been in communication with a bunch of folks from out that way about the requirements and the laws, and there's one set of rules for collecting and another set of rules for actual carry. And I really have been kind of keeping an eye out for decent knives that folks out that way can carry, not collect, not keep in a drawer somewhere in a house, but carry with them, in their daily lives. And I've had a couple videos showing a couple different ones. I didn't even realize that in my own collection, I had a couple good options for people in those oppressed behind enemy, and I really do. I feel like we're like doing one of these freedom videos for people behind enemy lines, like stay strong, brothers and sisters, fight the revolution, we're coming for you. But I had a couple knives that are really well suited for those I had a couple knives in my own collection that are really well suited for those laws, for folks that are looking for a decent carry. And I have one that's a little higher end and one that's a little lower end, so we can look at both and we can kind of compare them a little. So today we're going to be looking at the CRKT Slip Kiss and the JD Deventer friction folder. These are both knives that I don't carry very often just because the blade size is a little small, the handle a little small for my hands, but they are perfect for UK and other restrictive country type knife laws. So we're going to take a closer look at both of those. Before we do that, let's get back into shout-outs. I missed a couple of birthdays. Lance Cool and John Does. Sorry, I missed your birthdays. I had the information. I just didn't have an appropriate video ready to give you guys a shout-out, so thank you very much. Challenger 1970, Josh Hickerson, and Grim Ripper has a video. In his own words, he's got some crappy videos, but he's hoping that a shout-out from me will help his channel. And not trying to be a jerk, dude, but I'm just going to throw this out there. I'll give you a shout out, but why don't you make some videos that aren't crappy? And maybe that'll help too. And not that I'm a big master video maker, but I'd be happy to give you some tips if I can help you out. And I bet there's a lot of other YouTubers that would be willing to help you out if you feel like your videos are crappy. I don't think they're too crappy though, dude. I watch some of them. They're not bad. So anyway, we'll do more shout outs with the next video. Let's take a look at these knives, and we will start with the lower end, and I'm going by lower end by price materials only because I still think it's an excellent little blade. Let's look at the CRKT Slip Kiss. And I will start by saying, unfortunately, this has been discontinued by CRKT. I don't know why, because it's a pretty knife. It's a good looking knife in addition to a well-functioning knife, but you can still find these on eBay and aftermarket sites. So both of these knives, of course, non-locking knives, slip joint. This one's a slip joint, that one's a friction folder, so they don't lock in the open position at all, This is in the same Ed Halligan family of all the CRKT Kiss knives. So it has the kind of swirly pattern that I really like. And I tried my hand at this for the first time on, you guys saw the knife I'm working on. I did not do it that well, but then again, I'm sure they have a machine that does that for them and they were not doing it by hand. But it's just kind of, it's got a really classy, sort of elegant look to it. I don't think that this is real mother of pearl at all, or anything abalone or anything like that. I think that this is an acrylic, but it looks really nice. So you've got a steel frame overall with your acrylic, I guess, scales. It's a little tiny handle, brass fittings that just look really nice, and it's compact. The whole thing fits in your hand. The blade is just a little guy, standard CRKT type steel. So nothing really fancy or special, but if you just want a small blade that fits some of those kind of crazy knife laws to carry around, this works for you. Now, drawbacks as far as I'm concerned, it has no clip, so it just has to kind of sit in a pocket, and I'm not a big fan of that. I like to have a clip so I know exactly where it is and I can get to it when I want it. The fact that it doesn't have a locking mechanism doesn't bother me so much because it's a slip joint, but it holds in place really, really well. I don't like the little nail nick kind of opening. That just doesn't suit my tastes, but you know, some places even a thumb stud is illegal to open up. I think Germany, and I might be wrong, you guys can correct me if I am, I'm not going to look it up right this second, but in Germany, thumb studs are illegal for some odd reason. That's crazy. But the design of this is a really nice, classic-looking design. It's a really good-looking knife, and it's a very functional knife. It has both of those. Very, very light. If you're familiar with the rest of the CRKT KISS series, it fits right in line size-wise and weight-wise with the rest of them. And the light, just any way it catches it, is really nice. It's probably the most artistic-looking of that whole series. Stepping up a little bit from the CRKT level is the Deventer. J.D. Deventer is a great custom knife designer. Believe he's South African. His custom designs, normally, if you check them out on Blade HQ or Knife Center or some of the Arizona custom knives, they go for the high hundreds. You could pay thousands for some of his, one-of-a-kind custom designs. So his friction folder is one of his kind of mid-techs. It runs you about $150 on his website, and you can find them in other various places. This one, I've always liked the blue and black G10 combination. So this one is really cool. And I got this one on Arizona Custom Knives a long time ago. I just really liked it. Again, the size a little bit small for me, but it's really nice. N690 steel, so incredible corrosion resistance. Decent edge holding capability. A really nice finish. Some of the newer ones don't have this logo on it. It's just kind of, if you look, you'll see on the websites if you look them up. It's very light, not a lot of metal in the mechanics because, you don't need it with what it's made of. So this might be something really good to look into if you want a higher end, small, legal knife. And, because he's his own designer and everything, great customer service, great kind of warranty if anything goes wrong, materials, construction, stuff like that. It does have a pretty nice clip. Unfortunately, it's tip down only. Although the truth is, I've never carried a friction folder or slip joint, tip up. I don't know how that would work with this little guy right there. They're very popular in orange, in black, red, a couple other colors. But out 150, like I said, is about where I've seen them. Knife Center, Blade HQ, Arizona Custom Knives has these now and again. They have a lot of his other stuff, but you can Google search his name and find them pretty easily. So let's check out the blades, because functionality is pretty important. Now this has been carried, but it really hasn't cut anything. So it's about, I'd say, 5 years old. Hasn't really done much. By the way, this comes with a whole certificate of authenticity and everything like that, and a production number. I just don't really know where that stuff is right now. And I'm not pushing this. I'm just letting it run through the paper. This is a really nice edge, and I know what you guys want to see. I know how you want to see me look. You want the neighbors to comment. So perfect shaving, super smooth. The CRKT has been carried a little bit, and I haven't really done much blade maintenance, so I can't guarantee it's a it's a right out of the package edge, but you barely even tell. I mean, it's a little less finely honed than the Deventer, but it's just as nice. And a little rougher, but I mean, it's doing the shaving job. So here are two options if you live in the occupied anti-knife territories. I hope you guys out there that these blades are relevant to. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it kind of maybe opened up a couple more options for your daily carry. You can look into these. Anyway, I got a bunch of other videos I want to make for you guys today while I have a nice quiet house to do it in. So I appreciate you guys. I'll be back in real soon.